What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, as promised, I went ahead and checked out Hell Let Loose Update 12, which introduced a ton of new content, also a bunch of bugs and glitches fixes, and like I said, I wanted to go ahead, test it out, see what's going on, and give my personal opinion on the whole situation here. Now, I do want to go ahead and thank each and every one of you guys for tuning into the stream the other day, on Wednesday, when I went ahead and decided to check out this game, stream it, record it, and get a video out for you guys today, which is Thursday. I really do appreciate it. I know it's a little bit later of a stream. Typically, we start around 12 p.m. Eastern time over on Twitch, but the other day I decided to start at 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern time. It was pretty interesting. I enjoyed it, but we'll see what time schedule we're going to go ahead and pick for the future of the live streams over on Twitch. But guys, again, thank you for all the support over there. It's always a blast being able to chat it up with you guys. If you guys want to check those live streams out, we do it every single day over on the Twitch channel. The link to all that stuff is down in the description. Also, I hope when this video goes live, the gameplay will smooth itself out. Sometimes when I post it up on YouTube, YouTube just makes it look fantastic, and while I'm on my editing software, it looks like junk. But for some reason, my PC just has not been enjoying recording anything. It's actually kind of sketching me out and creeping me out here, because usually, instant replay works like a charm. I've done absolutely everything, even completely uninstalling GeForce Experience to make sure it's not on my PC and reinstalling it back on my platform, and even that doesn't fix the stutters and the glitches within the actual footage here. And this is not how it looks while I'm going ahead and playing it in real time. So I don't know, man. I'm going to keep trying to figure it out. It's so on and off. Some days it works like a charm. Other days it's just an absolute mess. So hopefully it's not going to be too much of an interruption for you guys. But today it's more than just a gameplay. We're going to go deep into this commentary about Update 12, what it did to Hell Let Loose, and if it improved it in any way, shape, or form, and is it worth your time hopping back on this game. Now, Update 12, I want to go ahead and say it's the biggest update in the whole world when it comes to Hell Let Loose. Sadly, for console players, you guys are not getting Update 12 right away. This is a little bit of a problem, in my personal opinion. If you're going to go ahead and put a game on two different platforms, you should probably go ahead and update them both at the same exact time. I understand that PC is a little bit more of your priority because that's where this game started off, and they branched it over to console. But at the end of the day, if you're going to go ahead and allow all platforms to play this game, I think that all the fans at the same time should be able to, get access to the content. This isn't like Call of Duty, where it's console exclusive content like PlayStation getting, all this early access stuff and early betas and stuff. No company is paying them extra to get the content out first. So I feel like even if it means that, the us PC players have to wait a little bit, I wouldn't mind as long as the console players could get it alongside us, so we can all, as the community, as the fan base, can experience it all at once. But sadly, console's going to have to wait a little bit. I don't know how much longer. They didn't really emphasize on how long it's going to take to get on console, but right now this is going to be specifically for PC players. Now, that doesn't mean console didn't get anything. There was a quality of life patch that just went out recently, I believe the other day, for you console players who love Hell Let Loose. So if you've been having some performance problems, maybe some stutters, glitches here and there, this quality of life update should help out tremendously so you can get back into the experience and enjoy it. But when it comes to additional content, you guys didn't get anything. Sadly, it's only for the PC players right now. So basically, with this new update, they've introduced nighttime battles, which in my personal opinion is fantastic. I think they play phenomenal, and you're watching it actually right here in front of your own eyes. Nighttime, I think, just adds to the atmosphere of this game, especially in a milsim, and I haven't really seen too many other milsims besides like Armor or something of that sort, really take this approach, because usually you want light, right? When in a milsim, it's already hard enough to see your enemies. It's already a pain in the butt. You want very bright light maps, that you can see the enemies, and then allow the camouflage on the enemies' characters to blend in with their environment if they do want to hide. You shouldn't really allow, the darkness of the maps to be able to allow them to run out in open fields, right? And be able to flank you when you have absolutely no clue, especially in a World War II game. Like, we don't got any night vision goggles here, people, so, it's going to be a little bit of a struggle. But I gotta say, the developers did a absolute fantastic job at introducing nighttime maps into this game. It resembles nighttime in every way, shape, or form, but the maps are still light enough that you can identify enemies in any situation, any environment. If they're in buildings, if they're in bushes, if they're in a tree line, just like it is in daytime, you'll probably be able to know some just as good in nighttime, and I really do appreciate that, because just like I said a little bit earlier, the last thing I want in a milsim game where it's going to be pretty much one shot to my chest and I'm going to be knocked down is to die from someone, hiding in the darkness that I can't find because we're playing a World War II game that has no technology to allow me to find these individuals. That's the last thing we wanted. So to see that they're able to balance it out perfectly is phenomenal in my personal opinion. Now, the nighttime mode isn't for all the maps. It's only for a select few. I believe for the brand new map of Ramagan, I believe is how you pronounce it. I don't know if that's true or not, but I believe it's on that map. And the other maps that they added nighttime missions to are Foy Warfare Night, Purple Heart Lane Warfare Night, Hurtgen Forest Warfare Night, and Kursk Warfare Night. And I gotta say, like I said, just like on this map that you're watching right here, across the board, these nighttime missions are so fantastic, and I'm absolutely in love with it. With all honesty, it adds variety. And even though I know a lot of people are going to say it doesn't add any variety because it's just changing the environment from day to night. In a game like Call of Duty, I would agree. You know, it's not going to change anything. I'm still going to play Call of Duty the exact same way. But in milsim experiences, the strategies change across the board, and things that you would do in completely lit, daytime areas would be completely changed in a nighttime environment. So it just adds so much more variety to the actual gunfights, the gunplay, and the techniques that your commanders are going to go ahead and decide for your squad to follow. And I like that, because even though they didn't add too many extra maps to the experience, and it's not too much extra content, this will definitely be nice in the rotation. It'll keep things fresh, and that's so crucial when it comes to games like this, having things that keep the game fresh, because once the game gets stale and once you play the same map too many times, it gets a little boring. Now, while we're on the topic of maps, let's switch over to the new map of Remagan. Now, this map has been introduced with Update 12. It has been played a little while ago, I believe on the test servers. The developers put this map in so people could test it out before they, put it out to the official release. I never tried it in the test servers, so today was my first time giving it a shot, and I gotta say I had an absolute blast. My only complaint right now, and it's going to be a few other complaints, but one of the biggest complaints is that there's never, in all of these milsim games, it doesn't matter which one it is, whether it's Squad, Hell Let Loose, it simply does not matter. They never put a 24/7 playlist in for any of the new content. You have to rely off of, other individuals to open up their own servers, which is extremely rare. They'll put the map in the rotation. I've seen, nighttime only missions, rotations where it's only nighttime, maps. But I've never seen a 24/7 rotation of the brand new content. I understand it gets boring and, it's not something you're going to want for a while. It'll be nice to have it up for like a week because obviously, not everybody's going to want to play it. Once they get, a few matches in, they'll probably want to go back to the regular rotation and, just have that new map in there to add variety to the experience. But when something new comes out, obviously the whole community is going to want to go ahead and play it. And getting into these experiences are kind of a pain when it comes to these milsims, Squad and Hell Let Loose, because you have to go and you have to hunt down these lobbies. The majority of the time you're not even going to find good ping lobbies because, like I said, you have to be very picky about the matches you find because you want to play the new map, so you have to search through everything, even the high ping lobbies. And by the time that you get in, it's going to be a queue of like 5 to 10 plus people, and you get into the lobby, it's like over halfway done, so you don't even get a full experience on the brand new map. I personally think if the developers can basically get their own servers for a week, just, their own official servers for a week, just a brand new 24/7 map playlist, and that's it. I know it's pretty pricey, servers are not cheap in any way, shape, or form, but for a game this big, I think it'll be fantastic if they did that because it'll allow the community to be able to experiment with it just for a little bit. But other than that, the map, at least in my personal opinion, is fantastic. I know I said I was going to have a few things to complain about, but in all reality, I don't have anything to complain about with this new map. It's awesome. I love all the content within Hell Let Loose. Like I said, it's the experience that I play for. I'm not very picky when it comes to milsims like I am with a game like COD or Battlefield or something where it's the same repetitive crap over and over and over again. All of these maps are so well designed, and they're just so fun to play, and they always add a brand new experience every single time you load into them. The fight for the bridge, having little scurries throughout the actual forest in this map, and slowly working your way into some of the buildings, into tiny little towns to get, close quarter combat. It literally has something for each and every playstyle out there. And it's not just Remagan that does that so perfectly, it's pretty much every map in the game, and Hell Let Loose that does that perfectly. Having playstyles for absolutely everybody across the board when it comes to all the maps. I love that about these games, and Remagan did that perfectly well. So the final question, should you come back and try out Update 12 in Hell Let Loose? Well, again, if you're on console, it's not out just yet. You're only going to be able to get a quality of life performance update, which is still good, but all the new content is not going to be coming, and I don't know an official release date for you. But for any PC players who already had this game, maybe you uninstalled it, or maybe you're just taking a little break from milsims, I do understand, milsims are not the game that I can play, every single day. I enjoy it maybe once or twice a week or something of that sort, but then, I need to branch off. I'll play Gears, Halo, COD, Battle. I just like having a variety in my life. But if you want to come back and see what this is all about, I highly recommend it. Like I said, there's tons of new things to go ahead and play around with, a bunch of updates for performance, tons of nighttime raids now, and also you get a brand new map, which again, like I said, it might not be a 24/7 playlist, but there's plenty of servers still running it. You'll run into the map eventually, at least in a couple of hours of playtime. Other than that, Hell Let Loose is the same casual milsim that I've loved since the beginning. That's one of the main reasons why I love this game, is that it takes the milsim formula and it completely casualizes it, Squad is much more hardcore than this. Arma is much more hardcore than this. But the funny thing is that this game is still extremely hardcore. You still need to listen to your squad. You still need good commanders. You still need good strategy. But when it comes to understanding how a milsim plays, I still think, till this day, I've said this multiple times in the past, but I still think Hell Let Loose is the perfect entry point for any newcomer when it comes to a milsim game. It's just perfection. There's other games out there like Insurgency, Sandstorm, stuff like that. But I would consider that more of a tack shooter, fast-paced, arcadey type game, instead of, a true traditional milsim sim. This game is still, in my personal opinion, one of the best. It might be dying off a little bit when it comes to player count. It's not as popular as it was before, but I still think it's just an absolutely fun experience to play alone, or even with friends, or just meeting random new people in general. There's always a place for someone in this game. But ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like. Bonus, I hate it, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new, enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. Also, want to chat with me, there's two ways to do so, over Twitter and Discord. Put the link down in the description. And also, want to catch me live streams of video games, do over on Twitch. Link that's in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you all next one. Peace out.